Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Happy Sunday fun day. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest technical analysis as Bitcoin's pumping in the green. We'll also be discussing spot Bitcoin ETFs that track nearly $1 billion worth of inflows, marking 3-week positive streak. We'll also be discussing former President Trump floats the idea of eliminating federal income taxes. That's right. We'll also be discussing Tether CEO breaks down $9.45 billion in Bitcoin and gold reserves, but it is only a part of the picture. We'll also be discussing Michael Saylor urges Microsoft to consider Bitcoin as a path to the next $1 trillion growth, as well as the case for Bitcoin as a reserve asset. According to the Bitcoin Policy Institute, I'll also be sharing some very bullish predictions, Bitcoin reaching from $1 million to $10 million per coin, as per the Giga Chad Mikey Saylor himself. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market, all this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. Make some noise. Happy Sunday fun day. What's crack-a-lagging? Good to have you all in here with us. A lot of the moderators in the building with the blue. I love it. Shout out to all the members of the channel with the names in the green, such as Cal Beans. We got the Oracle, we got Dankness, we got Short Coin, we got Hill. Good afternoon, family. Happy Sunday fun day, Bitcoin pump day. 68,000, we're on the cusp of recapturing. 69 in play. Send it. Let's get it. JV streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming over the course of the next couple of hours. So spread the word and let people know we're live. I'm going to go ahead and check the X feed right now and pin the live stream to the top of the profile. That way it's easy for everyone to find. And that is complete. So you'll notice the stream pinned to the top of the X profile. If you guys can heart it and repost it, always greatly appreciated. Short Coin just reposted and wrote, "Church is in session." Amen to that. Shout out JC Ice. If you're not already following our one and only Oracle, make sure to follow her over on X. JC Ice, we're live. Oh my God, it's finally here. Much respect. Best Bitcoin News Live. Thank you, Diana Jones. Just reposted. Greatly appreciated. Anyone who comments or reposts the stream with a quote, get shouted out. I'll follow you back and all that good stuff. Let's go. Shout out Rudy Giuliani. Is he speaking the same time as myself? That's what's up. Let's pump it up. Shout out Enders Games JP. Welcome, welcome. Brian Goodson. We got Simi Valley Cali checking in, ready for another great show. Thanks for letting me know where you're tuned in from. This is a live and interactive show, so I appreciate it. I got a head full of dreams and a heart full of hope, baby. Nothing the world can do will ever bring me down. Bitcoin is a stacking. Love to hear that, Judson. Much respect, family. Keep it moving. And anyways, theme music, take it away. First, quick shout out to Chandy, first and foremost for the repost, and number 2 for producing this epic theme song.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Welcome everyone to today's Sunday fun day live session. Church is in session. Shout out to everyone reposting the stream. Cal Beans, much appreciated. Order Bitcoin break 70 G's coming this week. Just reposted Jabrowski. Chandy Put, get your Sunday Bitcoin news on with JV. Thank you, Chandy. You're amazing. Shout out Guido. Catch the fire over at Crypto News Alerts. Thank you, Guido. Shout out Dankness. My man, DD, he wrote, the best daily crypto news source. JV got his ear to the crypto beat on the street. Thanks, brother. Much appreciated. Appreciate all the support, all the comments. Keep them flowing. Don't forget, let me know where you're tuned in from. This is live and interactive. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. I love the gong. Love to hear that. I am a broke high schooler, bought $20 of Bitcoin at 65,000 last week. Well, congrats on being in on the game. You got to be in it to win it. As they say, bong. Damn right. But yeah, welcome everyone. Bitcoin's making some moves. 67.7 right now. It's been a lot of volatility this week. Expect more volatility. You know the name of the game with the biddy. Still in October. We got 4 days left till, the birthday of the white paper is on Halloween, which would be, it looks like this Thursday. $20 here and there. Great move. Buy, don't sell. HODL it for a year or more. And that's the name of the game. You want to HODL for at least a cycle. Everyone here is capable of HODLing for 4 years or longer. I'd suggest 2 cycles. 8 years, and let's see how many zeros get added to that price action. That's right, short coin. I think we were like 66 just yesterday. Made a nice little comeback today. We're going to be looking at some of the live charts here shortly and all that good stuff. Shout out to the Crypto Surge. Good to have you, brother. Shout out Steve M. He says, what up, ladies? Shout out to the crypto ladies. And of course, all the broskies. But anyways, fam, if you are new to the YouTube channel, important to smash the likes, go ahead and hit the subscribe, then hit that bell icon, turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every day. Just like this. Today is kind of a big deal. This is pod episode number 1800. That's right, 1800. I'm your host, JV. It's October 27th, 2024. Happy Sunday, fun day. Church is in session. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Checking out Coin 360. We're on the cusp of reclaiming 68,000. Bitcoin is pumping, along with the majority of the alt market. We have Ether also about to reclaim 2,500. BNB in the green, Solana, XRP, Cardano, Tron, all pumping and in the green. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com, the current crypto market cap, sits at $2.3 trillion. The Bitcoin market cap is at $1.339 trillion. And the 24-hour volume is $43 billion. And the Bitcoin dominance has been on a rise, now 58.2%. Ether dominance, multi-year low, all the way down the 13%. Do you think this trend will likely continue? Let me know your thoughts. And checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours. We got Ray leading the pack, up 17%, followed by Arrow up 12%, followed by up 7%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective of the overall crypto market today. Safe to say 80 to 85% of the market in the green and pumping. Zooming out on the monthly, you get a broader perspective. Similar story, 85% of the market, however, flipped in the red, but a handful of very impressive gainers, which you can see on your screen. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today we're 74 greed, yesterday at 72, last week at 73, and last month at 61. And checking out the time chain calendar, we got 182,356 blocks until the next halving in 2028. We're currently on block number 867,644, and you can currently exchange $1 for 1,477 Satoshis. So stack them sats accordingly, family. So there you have it, welcome everyone. No one should be worshiping these rich CEOs and influencers, says Gray. Diana says more beer. I'm so glad to be here. That Google News. I'm hoping I won't have to do this 4 years from now. Diana says Hill. How are you today? Damn ads on a live show suck. Making me miss the live. How does that work? Here's my recommendation. If you don't like ads and you find them bothersome, as I do, I'm just like you, purchase the $10 a month YouTube membership. I don't even know what it's called, but for $10 a month, you never have to watch another ad again on the platform. It's well worth it. If ads annoy you as much as they annoy me, it's worth it. I've been a paid member of YouTube since I joined YouTube because I don't like being interrupted with ads. So if you value your time, spend the $10, give it to YouTube, and be done with ads. That's just the name of the game, brother. That's just how it works out here. I meant about the Bitcoin halving, not buying the sex part I have. What? I saw that after I commented, to be clear. I was joking. Pumping premium is so worth it. Exactly. I mean, why wouldn't you have premium membership? If you're on the platform every day, get the premium membership. I have the premium membership to YouTube, the premium membership to Rumble. I have the premium membership to X. I mean, why wouldn't I? I use these platforms every day, and I value my time. That's $10 I can spend on Bitcoin. That is correct. So, Do you? This week, the UTXO maintenance week, 2 sat fees not going to last. Fart coin is the future of the finance. Is there really a fart coin? Why am I not surprised? Shout out to the crypto dynasty. I appreciate you subbing to the number one day of the Bitcoin pod. After the bull run, I will subscribe to the premium. XRP says Peter Vigna. YouTube. Oh, did they up it? Is it $13.99 now? I'm mistaken. They've upped the premium. Still worth it if you don't like ads. I mean, it's how much money is your time worth is the question. Crypto Surge, are you a mom? No, he is a dad. And yes, he is a father. Robert O'Connor, did you guys watch UFC last night? Or it was yesterday, actually. It wasn't at night. It was a day card because it was in Abu Dhabi. But good Lord, what fights last night or yesterday? Pretty wild. But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. What's crack-a-lackin' besides 69 G's?
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing. Never stopping, Bitcoin is rising. We already hit.
But you already know. Let's continue. Let's do a little technical analysis. We'll pull up some of the live charts. We'll just do live charts here for today. And again, happy episode number 1800. How lit is that? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, let's pull up the charts here. Give me a sec. This is live and in the flesh. This is Coinbase Exchange via TradingView. This is the 1 hour chart. Notice from this morning, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green consecutive candles, 2 red correctives, and a big green where we're currently at, being formed right now live and in the flesh. This is the 1 hour chart. Zooming out from the 1 hour, we'll take a brief look at the other time preferences. 4 hour chart looking lit as well. Big green candle, which is formed. We do have a bullish pennant breakout. We do have a bull target in the blue at 81,300. And we do have a bull target in the green, a bullish pennant sitting at 78.8. But we also have a bear target showing 50,650. Again, this is the 4 hour chart. Zooming out from there, we'll take a quick look at the 1 day. And as you can see, past couple of days have been bullish. We do have a rising wedge formation on the daily chart. We do have a couple of bear targets, one sitting at 50,500 and the other sitting at 47.7. And zooming out from the daily, we'll take a quick look at the weekly. And as you can see, very bullish here. We still have that sexy cup and handle target sitting at 124,000, which I personally feel is in play sometime here in Q4, especially with a Trump victory. And we got the election in literally 4 + 5 days, 9 days. So less than 2 weeks out until the big election day here in the United States. Who you voting for? Let me know. I'll read the comments here in a bit. And checking out the 1 month chart, survey says last couple of months, bullish closes. October looking to be bullish. And obviously, historically for Q4, year of the halving, we have roughly an 88% price increase of the price action. So we still got a few days left of October before heading into November and then December. But anyways, let me know your price predictions, projections, thoughts, and I'll read these comments out loud. 100,000, here we come. Welcome, Muhammad. He reminds us that Chandy is wifey. Been thinking about paying for X Premium, though. Still can't see myself paying for it. MSG is on fire right now. It is packed and wild. Right on. Bitcoin CME futures opens in less than 2 hours. There will be a gap. Not cool. They tend to fill. Shout out Greg. I pay X, the blue check mark, $80. Says Shortcoin. Shortcoin is the big boss in charge of my kingdom. Trump says top and best. I see the poly market odds are continuing to increase. I saw 65% when I checked this morning. Can't vote, but if I could, I'd likely vote for Trump, says Hill. I've had the cold, says Guido. Take care of yourself. Started methylene blue. It helped. Let's go, JV. Thank you, Jackson. Tater. Moon Jumper, 124. Send it. Happy 1800, JV. Thank you, Bitstack P. And FYI, I finally downloaded your song. I got your email. We're going to be premiering your new music video that you created on the Rumble a little later on the uncensored version of the pod. So thank you, Bitstack, and I appreciate you being here with us. Let's go.
67K, and now we're aim up, up. Whoa.
I'm going to shout out everyone for the repost. Thank you again. Anyone reposting or commenting the X stream, I appreciate it. Bluebird put Bitcoin to the moon. Thank you, Bluebird. Adam Taylor stacked some corn. The only non-GMO corn in the world, the Bitcorn. That's right, Adam. Just reposted you, brother. Thank you. Boss33. Hey, JV. Hey, Boss33. Just reposted ya. We are so effing back. Amen. Just reposted ya. Come on in, JV and friends. Thank you, brother. Just reposted ya. Big Brew. Thank you, brother. Just reposted ya. Wow. A lot of love on X. I always appreciate it. 70 G's incoming. Says Cal Beans. Send that mofo and let's motherfucking go. But, yeah. If DJT stock is any indication, he will win. Bitcoin. Mona. Bitcoin to 150 G's at 370 in play. Keep myself hydrated and taking Muck and X to loosen something. Right on. JC, you got to do what you got to do. Greg is my handsome neck massage. What? Bitcoin Pet Rock Gang. Where you at? That's right, Hodl Gang. So right now it's 65.1%. Trump in the lead. Polymarket odds, good to note. I did see it at 65 when I checked earlier. That's a hell of a lead. And I think it's going to continue to climb. I see what I did. Thought you were talking about it was Chandy. Forgive me. I think you were a guy. I did think you were a guy. You lot still confident 6 figures this year? I am. What about you guys? I don't have a magic 8-ball that I could like, yo, are we going to hit 6 figures this year? All signs point to yes. However, I think common sense. We just had a halving this year, and the bull hasn't even begun, in my humble opinion. Don't you feel like you don't have enough sat stack? I think we all feel that way. I think even Michael Saylor, who his company has 252,000 plus Bitcoin, probably feels the same way. I know Larry Fink, his company has over 400,000 Bitcoin, probably feels the same way. So I think it's safe to say everyone feels that way. Get this, well over 3 billion of inflows to the spot Bitcoin ETF in the past 11 trading days. Bitcoin mined difficulty all-time high. Bitcoin exchange reserves 5-year all-time low. The whales hodl wallets all-time high. Something has to give. Well said, Greg. Spot on. Trump needs to abolish abortion. I'm not a fan of abortion myself. Pro-life. Also, today I'm going to be reading you a story of Trump trying to abolish federal income taxes. Can I get an amen? I need more Bitcoin. I know, it's only non-GMO corn. Of course, we got to stack the Bitcoin. Y'all ever watch Children of the Corn? The Bitcoin. Bitcoin kids. They doing everything to hold the price down, but we know what comes. They run out of the resources. Hey, JV fam, happy Sunday all. I see a big candle coming our way this week. Send it, Mr. Corvette. It should be a very bullish time this week, next week. You already know what's on the horizon with the election. 225, end of the year. Now we're talking. Shout out, Greg. Amen, brother. But yeah, let's get into some of the headlines for today. We already did our technical analysis. We just pulled up some of the live charts. You can see we're pretty bullish overall, about to reclaim 68. Let's continue with the Bitcoin ETFs. Headline reads, spot Bitcoin ETFs attract nearly 1 billion worth of inflows, marking a 3-week positive streak. That's right. Let's go streaking. Come on, Bitcoin. Following a splendid performance on October's 3rd week, during which the spot Bitcoin ETFs registered 2.18 billion worth of market inflows, the institutional funds retained investors' interest the following week, evidenced by a total weekly inflow of almost $1 billion, 997.7 million. And that's according to data from ETF tracking site SoSo Value. The spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded a positive net flow on all the weekdays except Tuesday, October the 22nd, where they experienced 79 million of outflows. Meanwhile, the largest inflows came on Friday, October 25th, valued at 402 million. And of this figure, the dominant BlackRock's iBit attracted almost 300 million as its cumulative net inflow moved to 24 billion. And I saw they have now stacked over 400,000 of the Bitcoin, aka the Bitcoin, aka the biddy. Now, in a similar fashion, Fidelity's FBTC emerged in second place, recording 57 million of inflows, while 33 million was invested in ARC21 shares. And other ETFs that contributed to Friday's gain include Bitwise's BitB, Grayscale's BTC, and VanEck's HODL, with respective inflows of 2.5 million, 6 million, and 11 million. And interestingly, these positive net flows recorded on Friday mean the spot Bitcoin ETFs have now recorded over 3 billion of inflows in the last 11 trading days. And you already know 11's a divine number, family. And commenting on this development, popular analyst Mikhail Van de Popp shared the general excitement of the crypto community as such massive inflows indicate significant institutional interest into Bitcoin. And before I quote him here, we actually used him in his analysis in yesterday's pod. He also projected if Bitcoin does what we're anticipating, it could be $300,000 to $500,000 before you know it. But anyways, reading this quote here, the Bitcoin ETF has seen an inflow of more than $3 billion US since October 10th. $3 billion US. That's a strong sign that we're about to see a big breakout for the Bitcoin to 100 G's. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that six-figure milestone here in play. And as of now, cumulative total net inflows for the spot Bitcoin ETFs now stand at 22 billion, with their total net assets valued at 65 billion, which represents almost 5% of the Bitcoin market shares. BlackRock alone controls over 2% of the Bitcoin circulating supply, and collectively 5%. And what's mind-boggling, really fathom this, the ETFs didn't go live, the spot that is, here in the United States until January 11th. So 10 months. Look at 5% of the circulating Bitcoin supply achieved through the ETFs in 10 months. It's mind-boggling, family. But Ethereum ETF see negative returns again. Womp womp. Ethereum's just been declining against the biddy, especially the Ethereum dominance. Bitcoin surpassed over $1 trillion lead. There used to be a lot of talk of Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, but I'm hearing this less and less. What are your thoughts on some of those thoughts? You know, Ethereum flipping Bitcoin, watch out, Ethereum's coming for the throne. Doesn't seem to be that way. Doesn't seem to be that way at all. Nipinator needs a gong incentive. The cheese. What about the cheese? Solana's doing pretty well, says Cal Beans. Always fun to watch. Right on. Thank you, brother. Shout out Ian. Streamlabs, thank you. We do have a secondary channel, clips.cryptonewsalerts.net for the short format, shorts, clips. You know what I mean? Read that Forbes article. Which one you referring to there, Peter? I put the Nipinator and it corrected to the, what is that? The Munster. Wop, 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 wop. JC. Gonna mess them up. You can't beat the Bitcoin with the infinite supply. That's right. I mean, Bitcoin, finite supply, 21 million max. Ethereum, infinite max supply. There's no second best. Disrespect will not be tolerated. That is true. Hey, JV, watching from Cornwall, England, representing. And don't forget, we have a Discord, discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. ETH officially dead like Cardano now. I wouldn't say officially dead. It's still surviving, but its market share is going to continue to decrease. That's the trend. Crazy world we're living in. Actually, Ethereum needs to watch their back. Solana's after them for their spot. Hit that like, everyone. Thank you, Fairground. XRP to the zero, says Muhammad. Solana to the zero. My new name for the Nipinator, Eddie? Are you referring to Nipinator as Eddie? So disrespectful. There is no second best. This crypto asset is called Bitcoin. Cardano to zero. We shall soon see.
At that 69 3G spot rocket taking off. Everybody knows it's.
And shout out again, everyone reposting the stream on X. Thank you. Thank you. This is episode number 1800. So this is kind of a big deal. Can we get a gong hit for number 1800? Thank you, Diana Jones. Best crypto news live. Just reposted ya. A million dreams, a path we pave. With Bitcoin's light, we boldly brave. I see Eduardo got some bars. Thank you, brother. Just reposted. Shout out Robert O'Connor. Shout out Dankness. Episode 1800. Come take a shot at the 1800 with the fam. Thank you, Dankness. Crypto Dingo. JV. What up, brother? Just reposted ya. Bitcoin to the moon. Sender. And never surrender. USA, baby. Right on. Greg says, man, that's a lot to say. But exactly. Proof of work versus proof of stake. There's no comparison. Agreed, brother. Happy 1800th birthday. I know, I'm feeling like Master Yoda. I'm getting old. I'd rather give JV the $10 than give it anything to the tube for the shit they did to get a percentage of the super chats. Yeah, well, thank you, Adam. That's very kind of you. Thank you for sending your 5th ever super live on stream. And thank you for your support each and every day. Respect. Much appreciated, brother. You get a gong hit. There we go. Any contributor to the show, subscribers, supers, you guys are going to get gong hits. So if you want me to hit that gong, you got to contribute some way. Oh my God. But say hello to Muhammad's daughter, Amira. So Muhammad, your daughter's Amira, and the Oracle's daughter is Amari. Kind of similar sounding names. Shout out to all the kiddos. The Bitcoin kids. Where are my Bitcoin kids?
We're Bitcoin kids. We're Bitcoin kids. Cutie little kitty bitty sat stacking kids.
That is correct, Dankness. YouTube pays the influencer 70% of the super. So Google ultimately takes 30% as a commission, and they pay us when we receive supers via the super chat. We get 70%. So I just got $7. Much appreciated. That's super cool, JV. 1800 shows. Huge dedication. Thank you, family. Much appreciated. TVL and the soul is surging, says the Fed bomb. Bring facts. You got it, brother. This one's for you. Greg says this is my license plate 00 BTC 00 for real. You got a BTC in there because everything around Bitcoin goes to 0. I love it, Greg. That's pretty lit. Same letters, JV. Amari and Amira. Yeah, that is actually very interesting. Good stuff. That's right. Show your respect. Disrespectful comments. Yeah, we do have moderators for a reason, family. Are you a maxi, JV? Would you buy Nipcoin? I wouldn't buy Nipcoin. I don't buy meme coins, and I don't promote them, and I would never dare promote them or even tell people about buying them. Number one, I don't buy them, but even if I did buy them, I wouldn't tell people I bought them because then I'd be pumping them, and I don't believe in them. That's why I don't buy them. If I believed in them, I'd be like all for it. I don't like gambling. I'm very low risk tolerant. Everyone has a different risk level, and I respect, people who are more risque with their investments. But for me, Bitcoin has been a sure thing since I got involved in 2017. I'm very happy with the results. I'm very happy with the ROI, and there is no second best, and there's no danger. Every Bitcoiner who hodls for 4 years or longer is in the green. You cannot say that for any of the other altcoins. I mean, especially long term. Elon Musk is thinking about buying CNN. He should. With that kind of level of wealth, you would think he'd just buy as much stuff as he could. I mean, you can't spend the money. Am I wrong or am I right? Gong me, Gong Man. I got you, Chandy. Gong me. This is for you. Wait, let me switch the scene. We're getting a lot of gong hits today. I love it. Hands up, who's in the Thailand getting shoulder massage from a good girl? Yes, please. There's nothing like a Thai massage. I know from firsthand experience. Andrew Tate promoting crypto scams after saying he would never do it. Teach their own. Let's just say celebrity endorsed projects and coins never fare well. I don't know one example of one doing well over the test of time. 0, right? I don't think Trump can change that. I don't think Andrew Tate can change that. Shout out Shortcoin. JV is the best. This one's for you, Shortcoin. This gong's for you. CNA is not for sale. Oh, did you say Elon wants to buy CNA or CNN? For example, XRP hit an all-time high almost 7 years ago and is down 90% ever since. There we go, bro. I'm digging it. Guido, I think the algorithm's going to love all these supers today. Thank you. I got you, Guido. This gong's for you. This is like, wasn't this the Budweiser motto back in the day? This Bud's for you. Well, this gong's for you. Much appreciated, for real, for real. These billionaires don't need more control. You heard Cypress Hill's new song, Hits from the Gong. I think we need to create that one. I had a massage on the beach in Thailand. A very tiny old lady walked around on my back. Yeah, there's not. I love the walking massages as well. Those are lit because there's more pressure. All of the U.S. are getting gong. Good luck. I couldn't not pick up JV's audio or stream. Had to totally reboot. Oh no! See, all the supers are bringing the views. We over 100 today. That's what's up. Finally, about time, keep the comments flowing. I see we got 800 people on the live stream. I'm going to check the X feed one more time for comments and quotes. Thank you, Kaween, Micro Knight, Word Up, Crypto World, Epics, Tony. Thank you guys for the love. But let's continue. We still got a lot of the news to share. 72, Send It, Moon Jumper. Whoa, another one. Why bother? Thailand, boom, boom, massage in the Bitcoin news. Life goals. This gong's for you, brother. I love it. Who's going to hit the gong next? But we do got to get to the news, yo. Let's... Next story of the day. We discussed Bitcoin ETFs. Now let's discuss the next headline, yo. Here you go. Former President Trump floats the idea of eliminating federal income taxes. How many of you would love to see that? Let me know. During a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Pod, former President Trump, how many of you watched the Rogan Trump episode? Let me know. Said he was serious about eliminating the federal income tax in the states, replacing the revenue stream with tariffs on imports. That's right. That was a big topic of the conversation. The 2024 presidential candidate cited the tariff policies of former U.S. President William McKinley during the 1890s as incredibly prosperous for the country, and argued that the same policies should be applied today to fund the government. Trump told Rogan tariffs created so much revenue that public officials did not know how to spend the funds. Quoting him here, "We were so rich. We had so much money. We didn't know what to do. So they set up a blue ribbon commission on tariffs. And the sole purpose was what to do with all the money we had." Critics have argued that imposing tariffs on imports will add a hidden tax in the form of increased prices on goods. However, Trump maintains tariffs can drive dollar demand while protecting domestic workers and making U.S. exports more attractive. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the tariffs. Now, radical proposals to the existing financial system are nothing new for the former president, who has also argued that Bitcoin could be used to wipe away the $35 trillion national debt. Trump hinted at the idea during a conversation with Fox News' Maria Bartiromo, telling the host that the U.S. could repay creditors by handing them a little Bitcoin, which would wipe away our $35 trillion debt. That was actually a very interesting comment. And another shout out to Why Bother? He sent another super input. Anyone else watching the brother and drinking in Thailand? Unplug yourself from the Matrix. Word up, Why Bother? I appreciate the back-to-back supers. You guys are so kind. So thank you, family. Keep the comments flowing, and I'll get back to reading all the comments on the stream when we're finished with our Trump story here for the day. But continuing, asset manager Brian Korchinese argued that establishing a Bitcoin strategic reserve for the U.S. government was difficult, but it was not impossible. That's right. He explained that the Department of Justice could transfer the approximately 200,000 Bitcoin seized through various law enforcement actions to the U.S. Treasury and continue accumulating the digital currency as a strategic reserve asset. However, the asset manager also noted the overcoming bureaucratic red tape that would hurdle the establishment and the strategic reserve. Trump is not the only presidential candidate to float the idea of a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Obviously, we had RFK Jr. pitch adopting Bitcoin as well, and stockpiling the biddy and all that fun stuff. So there you have it. This is the first election where Bitcoin is at the forefront. Yeah, I mean, mass adoption, let's motherfucking go. Greg's always has to say a lot. No income tax, no tax on overtime, no taxes, period. Hey, I'll do $2 a day easy for my own gong hit. One day I might be mischievous and spend $30, $3 at a time to get 10 gong hits. Wow. Chandy, that's next level. Dumb Kamala done had a time for that kind of exposure. No taxes would be great. Sounds like a dream. It is a dream. Will never happen, sadly. Yeah, I thought the girls' names were very similar also. Government needs to follow the law and only tax during war. Too many things we have let slip. Trump for the win. A Trump pump, eh? But, I mean, election day is right around the corner, yo. How many of you have voted or yet to vote? Who you guys voting for? Let me know. We are at 67.7. Yeah, 67.8. Let's go, 68. We right around the corner.
This is Bitcoin Astrology 10 plus 11 numerology.
Blackjack. Blackjack. That's what that is. So...
The magic spot, watch how it goes. When we hit the 69K, we will continue to grow.
Buying sats with dollars feels like buy Egypt's gold with glass beads. Exactly. Same thing. Welcome, Moonjumper. Martin, thank you for the repost, family. I see we got already 900 people on the stream, so I just want to say thank you guys for all the reposts, all the comments. You're going to notice on X, we're pinned at the top. Already 700 people just on X watching the live stream. If you guys can heart and repost, always appreciated. I'm so drunk right now. Are you? Why bother? Blackjack, baby. Bitcoin liquid index, the oldest of the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin average goes up 2 fib levels post halving. The 1.114 fib equals 440,000. The 1.236 fib, 3 million. My attention is split today. I'm listening to the MSG rally too. It is packed and outs and overflowing right now. Right on. Keep us posted, Oracle. ICP to 5Gs, guaranteed by Muhammad. 1 million. 100,000. 250. I need to see 70 Gs. Bitcoin dropping until we start getting the real progress. 420 was the high thus far. Right on. Well, no, 420 was the halving day. The high was mid-March. 73.8, virtually 74 in that ballpark. And that's the current all-time high. We're about to reclaim price discovery, only a matter of time. Let's go. What up, Mike? Who are you referring to as sweet cheeks? Hope not me. My cheeks aren't that sweet. I had a Kamala Harris support and had to escort him out of my house. Oh, my God. Be careful who you invite over. Kept on talking his gibberish. Mohammed is right. Hands up. Who is in the go-go bar? Go-go bar. Are you in Thailand? Why bother? Is that why you keep referencing it? Do you live in Thailand? From my house. That is funny. Oh, living in your house? Of course, Trump is talking while you're talking, JV. He's supposed to be on F5. Hey, you know, me and Trump never at the same room at the same time. I'm just saying. Draw your own conclusions. But next story, let's discuss Tether has been crushing it, yo. This particular headline reads, Tether CEO breaks down 9.4 billion in Bitcoin and gold reserve, but it is only part of the picture. That's right. And as shared here, the Tether CEO is on stage announcing his company owns 82,454 Bitcoin worth 5.55 billion plus 48.3 tons of gold. My question, where do you even put that kind of gold? Like, who's holding that for you? I mean, good Lord, if ish hits the fan, how do you even use it? But anyways, back to the Tether story, yo. This week, Tether's market cap soared past 120 billion, making it about 3.5 times larger than its closest competitor, USDC, which sits at 34 billion. The Tether CEO spoke with the audience at the Plan B Forum this weekend, an event where the statue of Satoshi Nakamoto was unveiled. Let me know if you saw the statue. It's pretty lit. It's like has like an invisible design, like from certain angles. It's pretty awesome. In a particular slide, the picture shared by the CEO Tran Hung, Tether's reserves were shown to include 5.5 billion in Bitcoin and almost 4 billion in gold, calculated with October 27 exchange rates. Questions popped up in the thread as people noted Tether's Bitcoin and gold holdings totaling 9.5 billion didn't seem to fully match up with the stablecoin's market backing. But addressing the confusion on X, the CEO clarified Tether's reserves also include the U.S. government bonds. Quoting him here, since I see a lot of the confusion in this thread, let me clarify that. Tether has 100 billion in U.S. treasuries, damn, plus 82,000 Bitcoin and 48 tons of gold. It sounds like Scrooge McDuck for Christ's sake. Tether was recently taken center stage following the Wall Street Journal report that claimed anonymous sources revealed ongoing U.S. government investigation into the stablecoin issuer. Tether and its CEO swiftly pushed back against these claims, firmly stating that the Wall Street Journal is regurgitating old noise. Tether didn't hold back either, calling the report wildly irresponsible and packed with reckless allegations, yo. So there you go. Tether making big moves as the #1 stablecoin for a reason. It's the most trusted. It's been around the longest, and the market cap is soaring along with their reserves. I can't believe they have so much in government treasuries as well. I did not know that. So they are bullish, obviously, clearly on the Bitcoin, on the gold, and treasuries. But there you have it, yo. If you're gaining value, please do smash the likes. It does help out, family. I appreciate that. Florida peeps, remember to bank your vote since there's supposed to be another hurricane on election day. So you mean to tell me another weather modified event on election day? Jesus. They'll never eliminate the IRS income tax, says Diana. I had a lunch with a dude wearing a cat dad. Cat dads for Harris? That's hilarious. Good guy. He better stay out of Ohio. I am late. Go Tether. Welcome, Abel Gonzalez. Good to see you, brother. I think gold is still worthy a part of one's hard asset portfolio. It is just not as advanced as the Bitty. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin didn't exist, gold is the next best option. But because Bitcoin exists, there is no second best. In fact,
which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
And a reminder, fam, we're going to keep it going with the gong. Anyone who contributes to the show or subscribers to the podcast over on YouTube. You know what I mean? There's like 900 of you watching right now on X. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and I'll give you a custom gong hit. And that goes for all those who contribute as well. Like, why bother again? Don't worry, family. I found another good bar. Good for you, brother. This gong's for you. I love it. I appreciate all the support, for real, for real. I got to move from Florida when I am older. Hate the hurricanes. I'm with you in spirit, says Adam. Oh, my God. You guys are awesome. Another super chat. Gotta love it. Always getting value from the show. Salute. Shout out Tip Tyler. Appreciate it, brother. Every time I'm watching this guy, I go from 6 o'clock to noon real quick. Cheers, Mike. You're too funny. Why bother? Keep it family friendly. That's right. The YouTube stream is family friendly, and then we do the uncensored version of the pod where we use adult language and speak uncensored. So stay tuned. Pump it up. Pump it up, Highlander. Appreciate you. Have been following you for probably over 4 years. Gong, please. Well deserved, Dan. This one's for you. 4 years is no joke. Gonna run out of money for the after. Oh boy. Happy ending beers. I am always family friendly. It's in my DNA. Plug into the Discord. Discord.cryptonewsalerts.net. Don't you forget. Over 1,000 people now on the stream. Good to have you all here with us today. Gonna be a pretty epic week. Mark my words. Final few days of October are here. So you already know. Election week, following week. Cheers, bro. Thank you. Appreciate your 4 years of support. Yes, why bother is the man. Drinking her up. I salute. This Spindriss for you. Anyways, let's continue with the news. Next story of the day. Let's discuss Saylor on Microsoft, and then we'll discuss Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset and some very bullish predictions that are going to blow your mind. And then we'll do the live Q&A. So yeah, this headline reads, Michael Saylor urges Microsoft to consider Bitcoin as path to next $1 trillion growth. So let's break it down. In a post on social media, Saylor stated, if you want to make the next $1 trillion for the Microsoft shareholders, call me, emphasizing the financial potential of Bitcoin investments. Now, you already know Microsoft, very extremely successful company. Primary shareholder, Vanguard and BlackRock. Same as MicroStrategy. Primary shareholders, Vanguard, BlackRock. And there's supposed to be a big decision coming in the next week where they're going to decide if they're going to adopt Bitcoin. Very strong probability they do. Why? I just saw freaking Adam Back and Samson Mao orange pilling the CEO of Microsoft. Need I say more? Now, Saylor's company, MicroStrategy, made headlines for its aggressive Bitcoin acquisition strategy over the past 4 years and has been crushing it ever since, outpacing all the other stocks in the S&P 500. And on Friday, MicroStrategy shares hit a 25-year high of $245. I remember Peter Schiff about a year ago came out and said, "Oh, MicroStrategy is doomed. I predict it's going to go bankrupt." Well, you couldn't be more wrong, Peter Schiffmeister. Anyways, reflecting the substantial stock rally driven specifically by the Bitcoin holding strategy approach, Microsoft's report on the assessment of investing into the Bitty pointed out MicroStrategy stock has outperformed the companies by an impressive 313% this year, despite only doing a fraction of the business. So just imagine how much Microsoft can do if they actually adopted Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset and adopted it on their balance sheet. I mean, here you're looking at the daily chart showing MicroStrategy stock value rally, just going parabolic. It's even been outpacing the Bitty. And in the report, Microsoft noted the success of MicroStrategy's investment approach, highlighting its stock has seen substantial gains thanks to the Bitcoin holdings. Interestingly, some analysts speculate that Microsoft's new focus on Bitcoin investment might be influenced by its second largest shareholder, BlackRock, which was recently entered into the crypto market after the approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs back on January 11th. And since Mr. Larry Fink and BlackRock have accumulated over 400,000 Bitcoin and currently control 2% of the Bitcoin circulating supply in 10 months. Now, Saylor has ambitious plans. You can say that again. Ambitions of a rod, including establishing the company as a leading Bitcoin merchant bank capable of creating various Bitcoin capital market instruments, such as stocks, convertible, and fixed income products. And as previously reported by Bitcoinist, Saylor envisions a future where MicroStrategy holds $100 billion to $150 billion in Bitcoin. I think right now they got roughly 16 to 17 billion. Through these financial structures, MicroStrategy owns over 252,000 Bitcoin, valued at roughly 16 billion, acquired largely through debt financing. And according to Saylor, this is the most valuable asset in the world. The ultimate goal is to be the leading Bitcoin bank or merchant bank, or you can call it a Bitcoin financial company. Saylor's strategy remains steadfast. We just keep buying more of the Bitcoin. He believes that the Bitcoin value will soar, predicting it will reach 13 million per coin by 2045, sending it less motherfucking go, as it captures a larger share of the global financial capital. This perspective contrasts sharply with the other companies like Tesla, which have utilized Bitcoin gains for operational funding or fee extraction. But you already know, Microsoft, yay or nay? Will they adopt the Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts or read these comments out loud. Bitties go to 100,000 by Christmas. All you good boys and girls and all the other psychological dystopia might not get the importance of Bitcoin since they can't figure out the importance of the gender. MicroStrategy has been amazing. 401k investment for me. Happy to hear, Guido. MicroStrategy in 2 years is only up about 1,400%. $100 investment 2 years ago today would be worth $1,400. That SHA-7 shot. You're talking about the Bitcoin protocol. Sucks. Wait, what? It was a strategy move. Then it will Allah candle. No, we will not Allah dive to 25,000 guarantee, Muhammad. The bottom is in. The bottom we just saw a few weeks back, 49,000. We're not revisiting. We're in October. We're in the final stretch. We're entering into November. Do you know what happens in November? We go full bull. 100,000 in 2 weeks. Now we're talking, Laura. That's more like it. It's going up forever, Laura.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
There you go. Michael Saylor says it's going up forever, Laura. Did I hear someone say you want to bong with an old what? Armstrong. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyone being a Bitcoin for Halloween? Look at that costume. You can be a Bitcoin. Bitcoin kids. Come on now. There is no second best. Next bear market, JB. Yeah, I don't see us correcting. I mean, if we go up to 200,000-300,000 as you're projecting, how can you see us correcting to 25? That's not going to happen. The climate change nuts are wanting to cut the gas of the plants. Actually, good Lord. I love this sound meme. In November, I'm betting on you betting the ranch. What do we call plebs that store the value in fiat? What do we call them, folks? We call them.
But like most of the people who are buying assets at some point want to sell the assets at a profit.
I don't know, except for Michael Bashan, anarchist. Now, get this, MicroStrategy has purchased 252,200 Bitcoin. Most of it's 2x leverage, and there it's about 42,000 Bitcoin. Also, the countries prohibit the purchase of Bitcoin, not the NASDAQ. Traded funds. Let's freaking go. We call them poor. We call them poor. Why bother yet again? Anyone else confused why glue doesn't stick to the inside of a bottle? Hitting us with this profound sage knowledge. That's a great question. This one's for you, brother. Thank you for the super once again. I'm going to assume it's something to do with the air. The air probably hardens the glue. Correct me if I'm wrong. And when it's in the bottle, there's probably no oxygen, so it stays moist and glue-like. I don't know. That's my guess. Buy and hodl.
People that use.
Hill says it's because it's not exposed to the cold air. Because it wasn't honey.
Fiat.
Milk and money.
Fiat. Currency.
As a store of value.
As a store of value.
What do we call them, folk?
We call them poor. We call them.
Wait, I didn't hear you, Michael. Say it again.
Poor.
Wait, what?
People
Okay, I'm listening.
that use.
Go ahead, Michael.
Fiat.
Monopoly money.
Currency.
Oh, Tulip Mania?
We call them poor.
Oh, that's right. We do call them that.
We call them poor.
Spot on, Michael.
We call them poor.
Good point, brother. The same stuff used to build the aquariums. What is hodl? Guido says it's too wet. There's no such thing as too wet, Guido. Get your facts straight, brother. I bet the broskies would agree. Now hawk Tua and spit on that thing and send the Bitcoin candle to the moon. Pour like beer, something like that. Welcome everyone on the stream. I see with 1,100 of you here. I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour. We're about to dive into our feature story of the day, discussing Bitcoin achieving status as a strategic reserve asset. Also some very bullish predictions ranging from 1 million on up, 10 million plus. So let's get right into it. Welcome y'all just joining the live stream. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. And like I said, I'm going to be streaming at least for the next hour. So spread the word. And I appreciate it. This is episode number 1800, by the way. But yeah, let's go. Now for our feature story of the day, the case for Bitcoin as a reserve asset. According to the Bitcoin Policy Institute, along with some very bullish price predictions to share with you, Bitcoin achieving 1 million plus. So let's dive right into it, shall we? A recent paper from the Bitcoin Policy Institute titled "The Case for Bitcoin as a Reserve Asset" argued that central banks should adopt Bitcoin as a reserve asset to hedge against rising inflation, geopolitical risks, capital control risks, sovereign default, bank failures, and international sanctions imposed by the U.S. government. Now, economist Matthew Ferranti, the paper's author, made the case that Bitcoin is an effective portfolio diversifier due to a weak correlation between the decentralized asset and other financial instruments. The economist also highlighted Bitcoin's lack of counterparty risks as an effective hedge against sovereign defaults, including the risk of financial sanctions, which Ferranti labeled as a form of selective default impacting nations like Venezuela and Russia. Ferranti clarified that Bitcoin and gold allocations might not be the answer for every central bank. However, the nascent digital asset serves the same store of value and hedging properties as gold, particularly against rapid currency depreciation. Now, United States politicians push for Bitcoin strategic reserve. That's right. The Bitcoin Policy Institute's paper echoed calls from presidential candidates and U.S. lawmakers to establish Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset, like of the United States Treasury Department, following Trump's keynote address at the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, and also Senator Cynthia Lummis introducing the Bitcoin strategic reserve bill in the U.S. Senate Senate. And let's not forget, we also had RFK Jr. Now, the bill sets the ambitious goal of acquiring 5% of the Bitcoin total supply over time. Effectively, what BlackRock just achieved in 10 months. They have over 4% of the Bitcoin supply, with 400,000 plus Bitcoin achieved in 10 months. So can the United States of America achieve that? Absolutely, if they wanted to. So more power to them. In the interview with Maria Bartiromo of Fox News, Trump hinted paying the national debt with the Bitcoin, a nod to the supply capped assets' power to absorb and transmute currency inflation into the economic prosperity. Now look at this insane debt clock. It's like 35 trillion worth of debt. Is it even possible to pay off? All the experts I hear from say no, it's physically impossible. But anyways, MicroStrategy CEO and Bitcoin thought leader Mikey Saylor praised the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve Initiative as the 21st century equivalent of the Louisiana Purchase. For context, former president and founding father Thomas Jefferson purchased the Louisiana territories in France for $15 million in 1803. Let that sink in for inflation today. 15 million, you can't even get a cart full of groceries at Costco. I may be exaggerating just a little bit, but you get my point. Doubling the geographic area of the U.S. at the time, despite the popularity of the strategic reserve idea amongst the Bitcoin holders, not everyone is on board with the effort. Cardano founder and Bitcoin hater Charles Hoskinson previously argued that while the adoption of Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset would boost the price of the Bitty, it would also allow state actors to influence the Bitcoin network. Oh no! Anyways, not a fan of that guy. But now for some bullishness from Mikey Saylor himself from an interview. And actually, I got two bullish predictions from Mikey Saylor for you today. And this is verbatim me translating him from interviews. So let's break this one down. If you look at Bitcoin and model it as digital gold, you know the market cap goes to between 10 and 20 trillion. But remember, gold is defective property. Gold is dead money. Gross. Who the hell wants dead money? Ew. You have $1 billion of gold that sits in a vault for decades. It is very hard to mortgage the gold. It is also very hard to rent the gold. You can't loan the gold. No one's going to create a business with your gold. So gold doesn't generate much of a yield. So for that reason, most people wouldn't store $1 billion for a decade in gold. They would buy $1 billion of commercial real estate property. And the reason why is because I can rent it and generate a yield on it that's in excess of the maintenance cost. So if you consider digital property, that's a 100, 200 trillion addressable market. So I like to think it goes from 10 trillion to 100 trillion as people start to think of it as digital property, referring to the Bitcoin market cap here. So what does that mean in terms of the price per Bitcoin? At 500,000, that's a $10 trillion asset. At 5 million, that's a $100 trillion asset. 5 million, send it. So you think it crosses a million, but could it go higher? Yeah, I think it keeps going up forever, Laura. I mean, there's no reason we couldn't go to 10 million a coin because digital property isn't the highest form, right? Get damn straight. Now, gold was that low frequency money. Property is mid frequency money. But when I start to program it faster, it starts to look like digital energy. And then it doesn't just replace property. Then you're starting to replace bonds. It's $100 trillion in bonds. There's 50 to 100 trillion other currency derivatives, and they're all conventional use cases, right? I think that there's 350 trillion to 500 trillion worth of currency derivatives in the world. And when I say that, I mean things that are valued based upon fiat cash flows. Any commercial real estate, any bond, any sovereign debt, any currency itself, any derivatives to those things, they're all derivatives. And they're all defective, and they're all defective because of the persistent 7% to 14% lapse in which we call inflation. There you go, quoting the great Giga Chad himself. Here's another one. First of all, Bitcoin's going up by a factor of 10. Whether they fix any of this stuff is going up to be a grind, up by a factor of 10 just because gold is broken. And Bitcoin is going to replace gold, and now everybody in the universe knows they need a non-sovereign store of value in the form of a bearer instrument. And for the last year, people said, inflation may be coming, we're not sure. Now the mainstream narrative has flipped to, inflation is here, you need an inflation hedge. So it's going to grind up to replace gold. It'll go to 500,000 per coin, regardless of whether they fix these things. Here's three things that are massive catalysts that cause an acceleration. Those three things don't take us to 500,000. They take us to 5 million per Bitcoin. Those three things are, number one, a spot Bitcoin ETF, which went live in January of this year, where someone can go ahead and buy 100 million of Bitcoin via an ETF security, just like BlackRock is doing practically every day. Number two, your bank is going to custody it for you and lend against it. In fact, MicroStrategy is looking to create a $1 trillion Bitcoin bank to do just that. Number 3, I can mark it up or down on my balance sheet based on fair value. It will be pari passu, the way I handle Apple stock, or at least that good. And if you have property with fair value accounting, by the way, it becomes pari passu to the way you handle treasury bonds with the treasury balance sheet. Treasuries are better than stocks because treasury is property, whereas a stock is a security. And you're capped out at 40% of your balance sheet of securities. So it would be a major breakthrough if you saw any of those 3 things. And guess what? We got all 3 mofos. I'll end this one with an observation I tweeted last week. I believe it was very powerful. If the banks can hold the stuff on the balance sheet, then a whole new class of investors are going to buy it. People are going to put it in billion and multi-billion dollar orders to buy it as a treasury asset. Nobody is going to sell it because there is no reason to sell it if you can borrow against it. So you'll all be borrowing against Bitcoin. Nobody is ever going to sell it. And then, as I joked, you won't be able to afford it. You will be able to afford it, but you know everyone gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. And when the banks normalize it, you can draw a 100 million credit line at 100 basis points from an FDIC-insured bank. And that point, right, we're going to blow through the market cap of gold by a factor of 10. In fact, Max Kaiser says we're going to do it by a factor of 20. For every dollar increase in gold, he says Bitcoin will go up 20x, $20. I think the best thing of those 3 things are likely to happen. I don't know if they'll happen in 36, 24, or 12 months, but I'd be shocked if it's more than 36 months, and I hope it doesn't happen in 12 months because my view is the longer it takes, the more progressive the grind, the more time I have to buy more of the biddy. There you go. Coming directly from Mikey Saylor, the Giga Chat himself. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream, family. Let's go. Just gave offer on land. Of course, they went higher. Idaho land is expensive. You looking to buy some property up in Idaho there, short coin? That'd be a cool strip pole made out of quartz like the giant chakra one. Whoa! You're getting metaphysical on me there, Dankness. I saw a quartz stripper pole. Maybe Why Bother can dance for me in future because I bought his spent Bitcoin. Trumpy is going to dumpy on Kamala's hair. Ooh. Joey Reed, there will be camps. What camps you referring to here, Ron? Subscribe to the Clip channel, please. Thank you. Thank you, family. I got about 3,000 CDs for them. What kind of CDs are we referring to? But anyways, welcome everyone on the stream. I see we got 1,200 people here. Not too shabby. I'm going to check the X feed again. Let me know your predictions and thoughts with Saylor's bullishness and Bitcoin becoming a strategic reserve asset and all that good stuff we were just talking about before we end the YouTube stream here. The conversation has gone. Oh boy. Oh boy. It looks like we're switching on over to the Rumble and X for the uncensored version of the pod. So here's what we're going to do. If you're on YouTube, the YouTube stream is going to end, but we're going to continue the stream as we do every day on X and Rumble for the uncensored version of the podcast. So if you're on YouTube, you ain't got to go home, but head on over to the rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net and let's get ready to rumble. And we'll switch out the chat here in a moment. A day without laughing is a day dying.